Alright, welcome to our new studio. American Banx. Podcast Carp Talk 59.
Number 59.
It's hard to believe you guys have been doing it that long.
Eli from Arizona is going to be our special guest today. How's your guys' week, man?
It's been alright. I feel like I need to catch a fish. I
Yeah.
feel like I haven't caught a fish in about a month and a half.
I caught a couple bluegills.
Yeah, I mean,
That's about all
okay.
we've caught.
Yeah, I don't really catch. I've caught a couple bass here and there, some bluegill, but mainly when I say fish, I mean, carp.
Yeah, so, but Tommy couldn't make it today. He had some things that came up, so I wish him well. Hope everything works out.
See you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, a couple of things real quick. Let's see. Are you guys part of Carp Anglers group or anything?
Yeah, CAG.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he is. I'm not. I need to sign up.
Yeah, I thought I
I
seen
really
it.
need to sign up. Yeah, cause
CAG and American Carp Society as well.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah. You guys ever thought about doing chairman stuff?
It's a
No.
possibility. But
I'm a CAG chairman.
really,
Yeah, for Carp Anglers group.
yeah, it'd be cool. I don't
Great
know
idea.
anything about like stuff like that. I mean, I'd
Right.
definitely be interested in
Right. But yeah, we was trying to do something really big. I was going to try to get this whole situation worked out, but things didn't work out the way we wanted.
Seldom do.
Yeah, we was really pulling our hair out on this one. I was trying to get it on YouTube channel and a couple other stuff, but it just didn't work out the way we wanted. So, but it is what it is, So what do you do?
We'll get it eventually. Don't
Oh, yeah.
worry about it.
100%. I want to get this out. The KCC, Kansas City Carp Anglers Group Harvest Moon Classic, 3rd annual. If you guys haven't joined yet, please, the tournament is here between October 3rd through the 6th, this year. First place prize is $3,000. Entry fees $500 for 1 or 2 teams. Four big fish wins. From what I understand, they only got 2 spots left. So.
Yeah. Last time, we
That's
accidentally called Steve.
Yeah, we did.
And he confirmed, they got 2 spots left. So
Yeah.
make sure, if you want to take part in that, and KCCA, great group of anglers, great group of people over there. So they definitely will make sure that you have a fun time out there. So if you're interested, go ahead, give them a look up. $500. They got a whole bunch of other prizes.
Yeah.
3,000 first place, 1,500 second. Talk to the other anglers. You go home with a whole bunch of knowledge.
I think that's the biggest thing when you get out, especially if you're newer. I know it seems like a lot of money to get in, but
Right.
the experience you're around out there,
Yeah.
you learn so much. Even experienced anglers learn.
You need that? You need that?
Yeah, I mean, I learned so much at the White River one that we went to, and that was my first carp tournament.
First carp tournament, we placed 3rd with biggest fish.
Yeah, that was
Too bad.
awesome. I was so glad that you were actually able to get into fish that day, and
Wouldn't have been possible without you, man.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much.
But okay, well, I don't got anything else. You got anything? Anything pop up?
Not really anything pop up. I want to give a shout out to maybe some of the things that
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys can't see on the back. You guys can't see the Carpy Commando.
Yeah.
Shout out to West Coast Bait Boats. Back here, you can't see it. We do have Bottom Feeder Baits. Shout out Bottom Feeder Baits.
Carp angler
Carp Angler.
and big money beepers.
Big Money Beepers.
So, we're asking getting another banner here soon from USA Carp Angler. Yeah, am I saying that right? No, Carp.
USA Carp Guide.
USA Carp Guide. I didn't think I was.
USA Carp Guide, yeah. Right there.
So, well, you want to give a
Yeah, we'll get one call
Yeah.
here.
Find out. Kenny Max watching in there, brother. How you doing?
Kenny, how you
He's still in
doing?
Amsterdam, isn't he?
Yeah.
Eli!
Eli.
How's it going, buddy?
Check, we can hear you, buddy.
Loud and clear.
Nice. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Yes. Eli from Arizona. And so, how's things been going with you, brother?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
just got off work not too long ago.
Russian, huh?
Enjoying the rest of the day.
Yeah. It's right now it's 8 o'clock our time, 5 o'clock your time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, 5.
Well, I guess I got lucky because I got out of work a little quicker.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Awesome.
You been fishing here lately?
Yeah, I always try to fish on the weekends.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
We was talking to one of your home carp anglers, Jace, not too long ago. Man, he was riding a bull last time I just seen his post.
Yeah, I saw that clip. That was crazy.
It was crazy.
That dude
Yeah,
does
he's a
everything.
crazy one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's a great fisherman too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, for a little bit, what you tell the audience who don't know you too much, tell a little bit about yourself and how long you've been carp fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I was born here in Detroit, Michigan,
Okay.
but yeah, at a young age I went to Europe. And I started fishing like feeder style and flow style.
Yeah.
Not catching like a lot of carp, but just all the little small species and all the other fish in Europe.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, professionally for carp fishing,
Yeah.
it hasn't been that long. Honestly, it's been like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I had all the alarms and the rods.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't do much carp fishing in Detroit. That's kind of just a thing that you've picked up recently.
No, yeah, I haven't really lived there. I was just born there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I never really bought around.
So like, what are your venues like over there in Arizona? Because I do see a lot of like park lakes, and especially in your pictures, I do see some like mountains and stuff like that. So kind of, what are your guys' swims like?
The swims, I mean, they're pretty rocky most of the time. There's like really nothing out here but desert and rocks and mountains.
Okay. All right.
But a lot of shelves as well, but honestly, I haven't been to many big lakes and all that. Only like 2 of them.
Okay. All right.
So with those, with those rocks, are you using snag leaders, or like what's your approach to really fish some of those rocky areas?
Well, I'm not really fancy with it. Like I said, I think just at the beginning, but I just use a braid, 15-pound braid.
Okay.
Just straight from the spool into the rig. Sometimes I'll do like 20-pound.
All right. So,
But I do try to use the lead and just find the better spots.
all right. Who do you fish with a lot when you go out fishing?
Recently, not a lot of people, but
Yeah.
Jace here is one of the big guys, and I had another buddy that was here, but he's back in Romania.
Okay. All right. What is the temperature right now where you living at?
I mean, just a cool 103.
Yeah. So
Gonna drop a little bit throughout the night, but that's the best you'll get.
So with it being that hot, do you find that the carp are a lot more active during the night, or do you think that they've kind of acclimated to it since you guys are out there in Arizona?
Right.
I feel like they're definitely like used to it, unless you go to like smaller and more picky spots.
Mm-hmm.
But the big lakes I went to, I mean, I just got on bait out there and like about an hour or 2 they're on it, and then they'll stop for a little bit and they'll come back on it. It really depends on the day, I guess.
Right.
But I mean, every time I've been out there, it's been blazing hot, and
Is
I've had at least like 5 fish.
when you pull the fish out of the water, is it boiling water, like boiling water?
No, I think now it might be a little bit, but it's just getting hot and hotter, to be honest.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, like, with it being like 115 or something, that water's almost cooking those
I
things.
know, right? So,
Yeah, but a lot of the lakes are like mostly reservoirs and bodies of water. They're all like made by man, so the water's always circulating through them.
Do you guys do more fishing in the winter time than you do summer?
Honestly, since I've been carp fishing, it's all the time, and it really doesn't matter.
True.
It's not
Yeah.
work is fishing time.
Yeah, I feel you there. I definitely, I don't know, recently even here in the summer, it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like the summer's dragging on. I miss the spring, I miss the fall,
yeah.
I even miss the winter for fishing, and I never
Yeah,
really thought I'd say
summer
that.
definitely sucks. I mean, the places I kind of used to fish are just fully grown with weeds. Like you can't even drop a rig inside.
Yeah. So you did say that you've been doing it for about, 6-ish months. Were you fishing before then?
Yeah.
So what made you, kind of just fall in love with carp and kind of decide to target them mainly?
I mean, like I said, I kind of grew up around it. Like in Europe, I was in Europe like for a good part of my life, and I fished there most of my time, and I fished here as well. But it's like James always says, you were probably bass fishing or catfishing, and then you caught a carp. It was kind of like that. That's kind of how it started here.
Yeah. So when you were fishing over in Europe, like what were you catching, like tench and stuff like that?
No, I was catching like crucian carp and like occasionally like a grass carp.
Okay.
And carp, but they're like rare, like just to where I was fishing, because I never went to like the big spots. I had an area really behind my house, and I would fish it all the time. But if you caught a carp, you know, because they would just run straight into the cattails in the bushes, and they're stuck there. So
Just trying to figure it out.
You there?
yeah.
Okay, sorry, we were just adjusting volumes, trying to get rid of the sound bouncing off. I mean, yeah, man, it sounds like you
I
kind of...
did sea fishing in Europe too. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah? What was it? Catch anything?
Just small, like gobies and like smaller fish. You just fry them up and eat them.
Okay, alright, good. What was the biggest one so far you caught?
Dude, I don't even know, like probably barely a pound. They're small fish.
Okay, alright, I can dig it. Yeah. At least you was fishing, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But
Kenny says we're all blocked, so...
we're all
I
fucked.
don't know.
Tell you what, Kenny, you just turn off the phone and let us do the big boy stuff. Enjoy Amsterdam.
Yeah, right.
What's he in Amsterdam for?
Shout out to Kenny.
Just took a vacation.
Decided to
We
go
met
this-
a guy over there and went over there for his
Oh, we
birthday.
met a guy.
Happy birthday, Kenny, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kenny, man.
Man, what I like to do is just pack up and
Hopefully he
leave.
does some fishing over there, but he's probably...
Oh, he is. He's got a guide over there he's going with.
Can you bump up his volume just a
Some
little
sailors
bit?
going.
Should be good. Kenny's just asking too. So, you haven't been doing it for too long. I haven't either. Don't let me be like, you haven't been doing it for too long. What are some of the things like that you want to accomplish?
Honestly, just fishing more, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Just going to the bigger lakes. They're pretty far out from where I live, so it takes a lot of time just to get there.
Are there any like fish goals that like you're looking for? Like, are you trying to get like a big mirror or like?
Honestly, right now, just at least common around the 30 mark or higher.
Yeah.
I did a mirror too, but they're kind of rare in these house over here.
Mirror? Is over there? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because like we have all these like waters and
Yeah.
like between the communities and the neighborhoods that were built, and you could just go and catch a mirror because there's just like 20 of them, but they're all like a pound to 5 pounds.
Right. Yeah. They don't really have any size to them.
How about koi's?
What?
Koi's?
Koi? Yeah, I caught a couple.
Okay. I think Jay seems like he's always on it, on the koi thing. And so I was kind of curious he was the same way with you.
Yeah.
That concrete park lake.
Yeah, I was wondering
Wants
if
to go
he.
get him.
So has he showed you that spot, the koi spot?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Koi spot.
I'm not really sure what exact spot it is. I just see him, catching some of those nice big koi. And
Yeah, those. If you've seen like some of the first koi he's caught, I know that spot. Like I live really close to it. I
yeah,
live like 5 minutes. Yeah. But I fished there before anything, so that was cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's your address?
I mean, it's even crazier because the park is about like 60 years old or maybe more. So, I mean, there might be some carp around that age over there.
What is your rig setup? What size hooks do you use on your rig?
I also do hair wigs and blowback rigs.
Okay.
The ones I usually do with the little rig ring. Sometimes I do the tubing.
Okay. The
But I
hooks?
mostly do a 6 and 8.
6 and 8?
Yeah.
An 8? I've only...
Yeah.
That's
8's
kinda
pretty
crazy.
damn small.
Yeah, I'm usually, people usually say 4 or 6.
Yeah, but I have
Really?
some hooks that have they have a pretty wide opening, so that's pretty good.
You have any problems with the fish ejecting those smaller hooks closer to the bank when you go and net them?
No, it's happened once or twice, but I think it was mostly because the fish's mouth was like damaged.
Yeah.
It was hurt. But no, honestly, I don't think so.
You know what? You might have just put me on to some size 8 hooks. I might try those this fall and winter when they're a little bit more...
I mean, yeah, I don't know, like if you're trying to catch like a, 70 pound, I don't think you should use them, but.
No, yeah. So what type of hook baits are you using? Are you using pop-ups, a lot of tiger nuts, or?
I've tried a couple of pop-ups, but like with the Ronnie rig. Even on the hair rig sometimes, I'll just cut up a pop-up and just combine it with a different bait, but I usually do tiger nuts, corn, and kind of boilies. I usually use boilies if I go to like the big wigs.
Yeah, I feel you on that. A lot of fish in our area, they don't seem to pick up on boilies as a food source as quick as let's say corn or tiger nuts. So it sounds like you're using a lot of bottom baits and things like that. What's your preferred mix that you guys like to use? Loud.
I like to use breadcrumbs all the time, and then I'll use the classic Jello, and I'll use a can of corn with the juice. I also have like hemp seeds and cornmeal and salt.
It's cold out there. This is so.
I mean, every time I get the chance, I'll throw in some boilies or little stuff that I have laying around.
Yeah, it definitely seems like, I mean, with carp bait, you got like your 7 base ingredients, and then you can just kind of mix and match whichever one of those, that you want to do. You got just a couple different binders, and then pretty much.
Also buy like a method mix that's like peanuts and tiger nuts and all that stuff ground up.
Protein.
Yeah, the peanuts and tigers are really good because they crunch in the water, and I guess a crunch is the loudest sound in the water, so it really brings those fish in.
What kind of rods do you use? Do you use
Nothing crazy, but yeah, I have carp rods. They're from Fox.
Okay.
10 foot.
Right.
10 foot, I think like 3 pounds.
Okay. You guys don't really go past. I mean, that was the same thing. Like with talking to Jace, he said he don't really go probably no longer than 9s, from what I understand in the last interview we had with him. Basically, is that all you guys is the wet train?
No, I mean I'm looking into bigger rods for sure.
Okay.
Just probably for the lake days specifically.
Yeah.
You will not get me on.
Because they're massive sometimes. Well, I don't really fish long range either when I go to the lakes.
Yeah. Do you, you guys got 3 rod limit or 2?
It's 2.
2? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Now, do you guys chum in Arizona?
Yeah, we can bait and all that.
Okay.
We can use corn and
maize and all that stuff.
yeah.
Alright, sweet.
How do
It's
you
the best part.
how do you get your bait out there? Do you use bait boat or?
No, I have spawns and like the rockets.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I love
Just
spawns.
fill them up with baits. I have a slingshot too, but I use it sometimes at the lake too.
Man, Austin has a slingshot,
Out.
and he is diabolical with that thing. I tell you what. I was sleeping. We were doing a session overnight, and I was tired. I was already in my sleeping bag, but he drank a Red Bull. So he was just shooting boilies up over the trees, and they were just arching down and landing straight on me.
Not to mention, I
Small
shoot the rod
artillery
pod.
strike.
Yeah, and he was hitting my rod pod, so my alarms were going beep, beep.
What the heck?
Tells you how accurate you can be with a
Oh
slingshot.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to make like bait balls and just throw them out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've started doing that more. I realized that's actually a really good strategy. I don't know. I saw people doing it, and at first I just kind of thought, oh, it's just kind of a poor man's way to get bait out there. But then I was like, no, they love it when that actually breaks
If you want to
down.
make them bigger also or heavier, you can always add like sand or mud in the mix and just make like a ball.
Yeah, sometimes I'll put we'll just throw a little bit of sand or some dirt or something with some water in our spot just to get that auditory slap on the top of the water without having to put more bait in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always make a lot of those bait balls too, and I take this, spoon, whatever you want to call it, and cast it out. I mean, I don't really fish that far out.
Yeah.
Hardly ever. I mean, I do, but I don't, because when I fish, I'm at least 20 to 25 feet
Yeah,
away from a bank or something like that.
usually I don't. I don't know.
Call me crazy.
He fishes a lot
Oh,
farther
sure
than
he
I
does.
do, but
Well,
I don't know.
there's live anglers in there.
Hey,
Everybody's got their difference.
that was the secret at the whitewater, was being able to outrange everybody.
Yeah,
Just hitting that far bank where no one was
Try to get
pressuring.
away on the other side. And all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Well, how far was the bank?
It was about 100 yards.
Yeah,
100 yards. Alright.
yeah.
That's a good cast.
Yeah.
yeah,
Banging it with spods every 30 minutes and then putting 2 rigs.
yeah.
So
That
were you
was,
using a swivel lead?
I was using a 3-ounce inline.
Nice. I think that definitely encouraged me.
So what do you do? You're just using a boilie? You was just using a boilie, wasn't you, for your bait?
No, I broke it down even simpler than that. I was running boiled feed corn with pop-ups.
yeah. We went the estate lake method.
Yeah.
Said, you know what? We'll go as simple as possible. Boiled corn and a little fake corn.
Yeah, that's
That
all
was
we
it.
did.
You just did it all the way across
Yeah,
the
I
lake.
caught a lot of fish like that.
Yeah.
You guys ended up caught what? 3?
Caught 3.
I didn't catch a single fish.
I kind of have a problem because I have so many baits. Like I don't know what they use sometimes.
Right. See, I run into that, and once I start
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that, when I start head casing myself like that,
That's only when I'm trying to get like the really tanky fish. You gotta finesse them sometimes.
oh yeah, for sure.
Marshall Burba. There's the man. That's a good carp angler right there. He's a legendary Hoosier carper right there. What's up, brother? Yeah, if you guys got any questions, people out there, if you guys got any questions for Eli, just let us know, and
Daniel
reply
Duke
back.
out there.
And then
Daniel Duke.
answer some questions for you guys, or if you guys got some questions for us, happy to answer.
So, do you have a single fish or a single fish that you've caught that you're like, man, this is my favorite fish so far? I mean, it doesn't have to be the biggest, but is there like one that like really means a lot to you that you can recall?
Yeah, but I lost it, so I guess I didn't catch it.
No,
It jumped out of the net, so I lost it.
tell that story. Let's hear that.
Let's hear that fishing story, Justin.
It's even crazier because it was at the park over here. And it's pretty bad there in the summer, so I would go even though I knew I wasn't gonna get anything. Jay's feet with me. He was even bad at night. Like, he's like, I'm not coming out. But I catch a carp one morning and I'm bringing it in and he's really close. But then I get to net him and then he gets out like right at the bank.
What?
And he goes out a little bit, he does his little thing again. And somebody comes to help me with the net, which is probably my mistake anyways from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he gets out again.
Man.
So then I get him on the mat. But then I guess that's even my fault again because I wasn't paying attention and it was a little sloped to the ground. So
Yeah.
he just jumped off the mat and out of the net, back
Man.
into the water, and he broke off. He just popped off the hook.
Well, I mean,
I think we all have those stories.
Yeah.
I would
But
say
for sure, my favorite fish is probably my PB, which is 26 and a half, because he was massive. He had Like you could fit your whole hand in his mouth. I mean, you could eat like 5 boilies at once.
Aren't some of those fish wild that sometimes those 20-pounders will have the big bucket mouths on them?
Then you get some that are the size of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's part of the seasons too.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting all these little line bites and all that, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave my rod until I leave. And
Yeah.
I reeled it in, and I had like the little carp on it the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories, of people getting, a couple beeps at night and then they don't check their rod and then they wake up and they go to reel in and then they have a monster on.
That's crazy.
My biggest Indiana fish gave me 3 beeps on my alarm. It gave me 3 dropbacks like a turtle and picked it up and moved it.
Bastard.
And I sat there, I was like, do I risk moving it? Because I'm fishing in a 6-foot circle in amongst weeds.
Play with your emotions.
And it's dark out. Do I risk it? And I picked up the rod and bent over and there it was.
Daniel Duke wants to know what your rig looks like. So what's your
sounds like a personal question.
like what's your what's your go-to rig? Like if you're gonna show up to a water that you haven't fished, what are you going to throw?
Honestly, just probably a simple hair rig, but just covering up the shank and all that, and adding just a little back too.
Do you add any color to your rig?
Color to my rig?
Yeah, like maybe like an artificial pink pop-up or corn or anything?
Yeah, it just depends what bait I'm using.
Right, okay, gotcha.
But like I'll use the tiger nut sometimes with like a red corn or a yellow corn.
You like, okay, so when do you believe in the certain depths of when your rig goes down to the deep part of the water, do you believe that the certain depths of the water changes the color of the rig?
Yeah, I don't think it changes the color, probably the shade a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, reds and yellows will wash out the black.
Well, see, this is what I heard too, and
It's proven.
I mean, even
There's for sure certain colors.
the darker pop-ups, for some odd reason, attracts the carp more. Like some people just use it as like black.
Yeah.
Contrast.
And exactly.
It is the contrast.
It's no different than when you're bass fishing,
Maybe I ask you guys this question. Do you guys think Did you say carp use color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we watched a whole video about, somebody dropped a whole thing of colors down into a lake and it showed.
That is a kick-ass video. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
That's what made me start using a lot of oranges and pinks.
Okay.
Is that specific video.
Do you guys use white?
I don't
Depending
use
on
white.
watercolor,
Yeah.
I do.
Depending on clarity. But you definitely have me interested in red. I've been interested in red a little bit, but hearing another angler use it, swear by it, I'm definitely gonna check out the red fake corns and pop-ups.
I'm not sure about red pop-ups, but I don't use too many pop-ups. I
Yeah.
have just some like basic corn ones and like some highlighter yellow pineapple.
Okay. Do you use panko?
I use red drums more than panko.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And I use wafters too. I've been using a lot of wafters lately.
Yeah.
What's your go-to
Like
confidence color or flavors?
Go to what?
Confidence flavors.
Confidence flavor.
Yes.
I mean, I have this goo butternut corn, I think.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I just use it for my hook baits, and it smells crazy.
Yeah.
I just soak a lot of hook baits in it.
You use like stinky bait flavors?
No, not a lot of stinky stuff. I did get some recently, but maybe I'll try them out. I think they're good legs.
Yeah, you said you use a lot of Jello in your pack, right? Like the Jello powder?
Yeah, not a big amount, but yeah, I get that flavor in there a little bit too.
What, strawberry, cherry?
Yeah, strawberry, cherry, orange, peach.
Have you, it's kind of hard to find, but if you can find the butterscotch in the Jello, that's a really good.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
They have
to
a
use.
pineapple one too.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
I have a lot of flavors that are like butter and milk. I have
Butterscotch.
scope eggs and pecan flavors, pecan pie flavors.
Do you like, in your mindset, do you think that, because in my mindset, carp likes great, I feel like there's a lot of carp lakes likes great. I personally, I can't stand grape, and that's why I don't use it. And that's why, do you ever have that kind of mindset where you're choosing your own taste buds or something and say, hey, I'm not going to do this because I don't like it?
Catching,
No, maybe not all the time.
Maybe I'm just weird.
catching the angler, not the
Yeah, I
guess, you know.
I definitely have the opposite from what you were saying. Instead of not using something, I use stuff because I want it to catch a fish so bad. But
I tell you what, going on to great, the persimmons flavor.
Persimmons.
yeah,
That
persimmons is
You know, it's funny you guys say that. I used to have a persimmons tree in my backyard. They cut that thing down too.
oh
Yeah.
no.
Persimmons and mulberry, that's what's produced.
Mulberry, I got mulberry back there.
Yeah, I went
Have you
around.
guys tried banana sandwich?
Oh, I love banana.
Banana,
flavors.
yeah, I love the banana.
I think, to tell you the truth, in my opinion, I feel like banana kind of dominates over pineapple a lot. And maybe strawberry, but I feel like banana is such a great flavor.
I have some pineapple banana pop-ups. I think
Yeah.
they're from Bottom Feeder Baits. They're killer.
Nice, yeah. We got questions out here, okay. This one's here from Marshall Burba. If I get lines bite, I move my hook bait and the tad closer to the wing. Usually the first feeding in front of the actually rig bumping your line. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying there's fish in
Yeah.
there.
So, you got a question or anything?
No, I'm more just interested in the stories he has,
Oh yeah, definitely.
being around such high quality anglers out there.
Yeah.
Can you guys use bivvies out there? Does your DNR allow you guys to, sleep and fish in your bivvies?
I mean, we don't. Yeah, I use tents. I just have a tent for now, but yeah.
Okay.
Lucky dogs.
I mean, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were fishing once, and it's like we literally left like Friday after work, like drove through the night just to get there, and we set up this new tent that we got, and we fished, we did all that, we cooked some food, and then, it never rains in the day, it literally has to rain at night, and
That makes
we're all
sense.
sleeping and all that, and I just wake up and I see the sky. I just see stars and lights, and we're literally getting rain on. So the whole top cover of the tent came off, and
Oh, no.
And it started raining on us. So we all got out and had to go tie it all down back together.
What's
Did you guys catch any fish that night?
Yeah, just a bunch of small ones, but I mean, I didn't fish much through the night because I don't have like a receiver or anything for my alarms.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up,
They're
Chris?
kind of far, so
How you doing, bro?
I just had to cut it short, but my buddy did because I really had to go out and get his fish for him, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that receiver is definitely a game changer, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna invest in better alarms.
Out here, we use them a lot in the winter. We'll do fishing.
They're the best, but
The extractors?
I have one extractor, and then I have an extractor and a 5,000, and then I have an Insurgent Sonic and a 6,000. Which I think they discontinued, but they look really awesome.
Yeah, on my other set of rods that I use, I have the Sonic extractors, and I mean, everybody kind of talks bad about them. I honestly love them. I think they're a great little reel for if you're
I mean,
gonna
I
fish.
use them so bad, but
Yeah, I mean, I like them personally.
I don't even want to say what I use.
I broke my first pair of rods, but yeah.
Yeah, I just broke a rod for the first time
Just
the other
pulling out a
day.
nasty catfish.
Which one did you break? The Black Widows?
Yeah, I broke one of the Black Widows.
On distance cast or?
No, I had a run and I put it in our group chat and I picked it up and it just cracked. I picked it up on the fish and went. I said, "Oh, that's not good. The line didn't break or anything."
To be fair,
What were you fishing with?
That's what I was saying. I was just fishing with a 17-pound line. I
So what was your hook bait?
I think it would have been my first fish that I would have caught on the Bait Nerd soluble pop-ups.
Okay.
And I don't know, just weak spot or something.
Nah,
I mean, I tied this really nice Ronnie rig with a pop-up, and like, dude, I was like, I'm gonna catch a carp on this, and it was a nasty little catfish, and I just dragged him up on the bank, and I snapped my rod.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful with
It
catfish.
was my fault, yeah. It was,
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, you're just in the heat of the moment, you don't think about it. You're just like, oh, little catfish, come here, and then snap.
Yeah. Do you ever use PVA bags?
No, I've tried once.
Yeah.
I have the whole setup, but not really.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that's a great winter strategy when the bite slows down instead of dumping a crap load of bait in.
Yeah.
Good winter strategy right there.
Yeah, in the winter.
Or you
instead
can
of-
use the catapult, because that thing's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PVA bag.
Unless you're fishing far out, then yeah, you just...
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, you said you don't fish too far out, so your catapult and slingshot will be really good for that. Mainly the PVA's for when you're fishing, 50 yards
I
plus. And
Yeah, I think the furthest I fished is probably close to 50.
Wow. Okay.
That's just the lob.
yeah, I was about to say
Less.
it's about to the island at the estate lake. It's
Yeah.
nothing for us. What's up, Jace? A little late. What's up, everyone?
Yeah, Jace.
You've been
Ears must have burned a little bit.
quite a bit of
And
compliments.
also, Jace caught that 30 at the river. That's a crazy spot too.
Yeah, I've seen him talk about
Somebody
that spot.
stole
I
my
know.
30.
He's a little.
It's just so bad to fish in the summer because it's really full.
Oh, you
full from
didn't know I
side to
stole
side
my
of
30?
people
Who stole-
and
you stole your
boats
30?
and Boaters.
Me?
Dale Hollow stole my
There's
30.
no 30?
Yeah, I guess.
Every 30 of the trip.
I guess I
What?
did steal both 30s. Yeah. Not
Have you
steal.
took over his rod pod?
Yeah. they came on my rods,
Maybe Mac
but-
will take you to Dale Hollow.
Yeah.
We'll get you down to Dale Hollow.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
We'll try to do our best to get you.
We
down
know
there.
a guy.
Yeah.
I am wearing
We know some
the.
people.
I am wearing the
Yeah,
USA
yeah.
Carp Guide shirt, so maybe
Mine's
we
in
can
the
do
house.
something to get you down there.
How you guys doing? I can never get a USA Carp guy. I thought we started kidding.
Blocked. Remember? You're
Lies!
Blocked.
Chief of lies.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, Dale Hollow is something. It's
Yeah.
especially if you go out on the boat. The houseboat, it's like carp camp in there, man.
You
Have you
know,
guys caught any koi?
No koi yet.
I've caught one mirror koi, and it was when I used to bass fish, and I caught it floating bread. And I wish I would have been carp fishing because I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. I didn't take it out of the water even. I left it in the water. I knew proper carp care from watching Carl and Alex before I even fished, but I didn't take it out of the water. I hooked it in the water and just immediately let it go. I said, wow. I should have got better pictures of that.
what kind of setup do you use for carp care? I mean, you got a cradle, a mat.
I have a mat.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a mat and a sling.
Sling, gotcha.
I also have like the bacteria spray and things like that.
Awesome. That's what I love to hear. I love to hear the people that go that extra step and get that spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those big fish, they just don't care, bro. Like they'll try to rip it out.
Yeah.
They'll take it to the other side of 1,000 acres,
And especially, like you said, you got a lot of rocks. They'll try to run themselves on those rocks, and
We had that at Dale Hollow.
Mhm.
They didn't care. It was like a coyote trying to chew its arm off.
yeah, they were trying to kill themselves on those
Kind of like a
rocks.
grassy carp. You guys ever caught a grassy
Oh
carp?
yeah.
hmm
I'm chasing a state record right now.
I hate them, bro. I'm
Like,
sick of them.
confirmed state record.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like catching them
It's a
either.
private
A
pond.
lot of people love them, but
Yeah.
I don't like catching them.
I'll show you.
Yeah, he's got a
They
big one.
stock part of the canals here with like thousands of them just to
What is the
keep
state
them
record
clean.
for right now?
Now, are
70.
the ones that they stock into your guys' residentials? Are they? What's the word? They can't have. They can't reproduce. Are
They're
they sterilized?
I don't know. I mean, probably.
Because I know the
It
ones. That,
looks like sometimes they stock really small ones.
okay. Because I know they stock over here, especially in my
Yeah,
township.
there's no carp left here in Arizona,
Oh
so
my
it
God,
kind of
that's
sucks
huge.
anyways.
Really, you guys are just running out of commons, or?
How big is that pond?
Maybe, but like a
acres.
bunch of
There's
places
three
are
big
both
grassies and one big.
Oh, you guys got a real big bow fishing problem.
You just-
Yeah, I think like a 50-something pound buffalo right
Right,
here.
there you
It
go.
was like a state
It's
record.
pretty.
Man, I was fishing in a swim the other day, and some guy walked up to me and he said, "Oh, you're fishing for carp? Well, I got a bow at home. Are there a lot of carp that come through here?" Well, okay, I had told him that there's a lot of carp that come through here, unfortunately, and then he said, "Oh, I got a bow at home. I'll come back." And I was like, "Man, I would really prefer if you don't." And you know,
It
because
sucks. I mean,
yeah, I mean, people.
also the place I fished, the park right here, I'm pretty sure like people would, cause somebody took like carp out of there for catfish bait. It was
Yeah.
like a 50-pound carp. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, see, things like that. I know people use them for catfish bait, and I mean, if you're gonna use one, use a real small one. Don't. I can't tell you not to because.
Yeah, we also have 100 buffaloes here, and they're getting studied, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been seeing some stuff
But
about those buff
they're really
studies.
different from the buffaloes that you guys fish over there.
They're
They eat so many, like they eat like plantains and all these other stuff in the water more than, you know, like corn and stuff like that.
yeah, I forget what the actual scientific separation is, but they are like a different subspecies or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're a sucker fish, and the carp's like something like that.
I'm really wanting to push getting some regulations put on carp this year.
Yeah, we're
So
trying.
here, we have a group working to protect the buffaloes, so I think they're doing pretty good with that, but I don't think anything, any laws or anything like that have been passed. But everybody tries to say, you know, the carp's bad, carp's this, but
I know.
half of the fish that people fish for aren't even native here, and they're just brought in, you know, like all the other fish.
Right, like I mean, largemouth bass for
So,
you
I think
guys.
the carp's the oldest fish here anyways.
Yeah, largemouth bass, a lot of your trout species.
But they grew 1 million trout in a year. Like they're making bank off of trout and bass, and you know, like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing whatever they want and what makes them money.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it's about. It's about what can, you know, how can you make money off the
Like
fish.
just recently they did these studies, and they were saying that like bluegills and all these little other fish are more aggressive, and they go for beds and eggs more than the carp.
Oh, they definitely are. I mean, if you look at a bluegill, if you really, next time you catch a bluegill, if you really look at his mouth, he has small little teeth. They are like freshwater piranha.
They're actually related to piranha.
I didn't know that, but yeah,
Right.
they are little.
Yeah, they're the
they
closest relative in North America to the red Amazon piranha.
I mean, you could throw anything in front of a bluegill, and they'll just, you know, they'll run.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And
really.
especially they get, if you throw, you know, a couple pieces of bread and you get them feeding, once they get into that feeding frenzy where they're popping the top, they go crazy. I mean, carp, they don't really do stuff like that. Even if you do get them feeding on the top, they just kind of.
They're just
Suckers.
Yeah.
fat and lazy until you hook into them.
I feel so offended now.
But I definitely feel you that, and I'm glad that they did that study because bluegill and, you know, other fish like that are actually invasive and not fully naturalized like carp are. I mean, carp do harm the environment a little bit, but nothing like an invasive largemouth bass, which is actually a predatory fish, which is going to eat all your other stuff.
I think all species together works together because you got, you know, when bass lays its eggs and all that stuff, carp's gonna, you know, for that.
Mm-hmm.
Same, vice versa. When a
Right.
carp is hatching its eggs and all that kind of stuff, bass is going
Right,
for
the
that.
bass is going to eat all those
So I
carp
mean,
flies.
I
so they're
think
gonna-
the whole ecosystem is all there. It's just
They did a recent study, and it's in Wisconsin.
right.
They want to protect and get bigger bluegill.
Okay.
So instead of killing all the bluegill to try and like lower the population,
Let's kill all the bass.
no, they put a slot limit on them.
A what?
A slot limit, like you would for largemouth, where you can only, if they're over a certain size, you can't keep them.
Right.
Take the smaller ones
Kind of
out.
like crappies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want to. Yeah.
They want them to get bigger,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but at the same time, the population's going down a little bit. Why are we doing the exact opposite with carp? Why are we promoting killing all these large carp when all that does is trigger a breeding response
Yeah.
and it makes the problem worse?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're just keeping the small ones.
It's probably like
and
what
getting rid
I
of all
said
the big
earlier.
genetics.
I think it's got to do with money.
Money, yeah, it's nobody.
It's,
One
you
of
know,
the first things that people ask me when I say I'm fishing for carp, they say, "Well, can you eat them?" And that's all people want to do. They just want to.
Well,
Can I
actually,
eat this
yeah.
fish? And that's what I say. I say, "Yeah, you can. You can eat this fish." And they said, "Oh, I've heard
Or
it's
they always
gross
say like,
fish."
oh yeah, I smoke carp. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if you take them and you actually eat them, then fine. But when you're killing 4,000 pounds and just dumping them,
Right. What I can't get behind is like what you're saying is going on in Arizona and what's going on here, especially one of the reservoirs that I fish, is all this bow fishing that goes on and just piles and piles of dead fish that just get dumped in
That's
fields and
I'm gonna
things like
start
that.
another argument. Tanking.
Huh?
Tanking fish.
Tanking fish.
Yeah, tanking's pretty bad.
If Pay Lakes would take the time to raise their own stock,
Yeah.
the fish care would be so much more because of all the money they have invested in raising them fish up.
Yeah.
And I just think it'd be a better
So
situation.
you guys fish a lot of Pay Lakes, huh?
We don't. Well, me and Daniel don't, but there's a lot around us.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pay Lakes around here. But you know, there's been conversation, we talked about that before. It's just,
There's so many moving parts to it.
yeah. And I do believe that. You're right. I think they should have another fishery, like a fishery,
Mhm.
that actually raise this, because there's countries out there that does that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like British and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Europeans, they do something. The fish are a little bit more slightly deformed, I feel like. They got a little bit weirder backs when they come out of this whole
Yeah.
breeding thing.
Yeah.
situation.
It's all genetics picking the right line.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, yeah, it could be
That's what they need.
overcrowding.
A lot of the fish in the canals here are like skinny and long because most of the canals are probably like 10, 20 feet wide and like 6 foot deep.
I'm gonna give you some
They're
homework.
built so different.
Look up the lineage on carp, like if you can dive into the genetics behind them, the different strains, you'll start to understand.
Oh, yeah.
It's deep. It goes
Have
really
you heard
deep.
of the king carp?
Yeah.
That's pretty. It was some of it was traced back to Romania to Delta.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check that
That
out.
place it's brutal, man. Like
That's what I want.
like the people electrocute the water and just all that crazy stuff in it.
That's what
It's
I
also
want.
a really hard place to fish because they don't manage it and they're just cut up trees and branches and stalks. You're not, if the fish gets around that, it's done.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I watched some people that fish there, sorry, but it's just crazy. I mean, they still go out and try, but they'll get probably like the biggest fish is like a 20-pounder or something like that. But there's been some amazing fish caught from there, but just such a long time ago. I still think there's nice fish, but you can't lie. The older the fish, the smarter it is. Like it's
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
those boys.
On intelligence, what do you think the most intelligent fish out there is?
A carp.
Yeah, I would have to say a carp. A carp's, I mean, it's,
Ultimate. I think that's why we all do it.
yeah, it's, I described it as hunting, but I get to let the animal live.
Yeah.
Like everybody says, like, oh, a carp's so easy, I can catch a carp, but they're catching like a 5-pounder and a 10-pounder.
Exactly.
Like, oh.
Try to catch a big one on purpose.
I don't even care. Like, I don't even want to share it with them because I know they don't have that respect and that mindset.
Right, yeah, I mean, I totally get you. That's how I was
Like,
at first.
we have like an Arizona group and there's a bunch of people, but there's really very few of us that have like the alarms and the care for the carp and all that stuff, the proper net and the mats.
We've done a lot trying to
It's
help
just
the
ruthless.
youth.
I hear people call it the last frontier.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, and especially it feels like carp fishing is the last, fishing frontier.
Like you'll go to a lake, but it's nothing. It's just rocks and canyons. You won't even see trees. But we have green and all that life. But like around the big lakes, it's just pretty empty.
I do believe that carp angling will become a sport one day, because of all these other countries around us, they're doing the right thing. They're all promoting carp fishing, and it's like we're totally backwards. It's like
But
soccer.
we're doing good. I think we're
Yeah.
doing good, right? I mean, up there east,
Right.
shout out Carp Angler, New York.
Yeah.
Paul, you guys.
Thank you.
I mean, there's so many tournaments going on there all the time. Like I'm literally stuck down here. But there's so much more to explore over here as well
Yeah.
in these waters.
The global carp market and size valued at $98 billion.
Wow.
Huh.
Here in the United States?
Yeah, but everybody wants the
Global
little
market.
5-pound green guy, the little rainbow trout.
Yeah, right.
From 2022 to 2028, it's estimated to reach 1.42 billion. 1.42 $142 billion industry by 2028.
Put that towards bass.
But have you guys heard stuff like if you went to Europe and you fished like you would fish in America, you wouldn't really catch a lot of carp there?
Oh yeah.
Like, you guys think that's true?
I think it depends
Well,
on.
let's say you don't go to their paid lakes, you go to their wild waters.
Right.
So I think if we hit wild water, we would have a chance at catching. But due to the high pressure and volume of anglers that do specific styles, they're so keened into boilies as food source. I don't think there's any other way. It's kind of that when in Rome.
Have you guys seen the recent quarterly film?
The underwater one?
Yeah.
I have not watched it yet. I haven't had the time. I've been
It's-
working.
Try to watch it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think if you go over there, you definitely have to up your rigs. You definitely have to make them, more. I hate to say professional, but more
Yeah,
professional.
I look at a lot of fishermen from there, but I try not to copy them as much because I know that a lot of that stuff is marketing and it works a lot better over there. But I still watch and like try to get the idea of bait selections and like combinations for baits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, sorry, this says bass angling is only a 54 billion.
Really? And where's common carp?
So, you got carp fishing that's almost
Because it's only here
twice
in the United
as-
States.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
And
just
carp is all over the whole world. And it's just
So-
like,
54 compared to 98 to 104.
yeah, USA's
Yeah, we
backwards.
just feel like it's so
And we
much
got-
smaller.
You got bass angling. This is what USA is all about. Bass angling, football, and other
Don't
things.
forget walleye.
Oh yeah, walleye. And then around the other worlds, it's soccer, carp
Right.
fishing.
Or golf.
Or golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're golf. Yeah, I like golf.
Well, so what's your guys' go-to rigs? You guys fish a lot of pop-ups?
Oh yeah. So my go-to rig for a while, for the past couple months, has probably been a slick D rig with a little bait screw, and then probably a little pink pop-up. I've been really liking the bait screws and the little pop-ups.
Close to the bottom?
Yeah,
almost
really close.
pinned.
Yeah, almost pinned to the bottom. Just not maybe
I probably have like
maybe a
mine.
quarter to a half inch.
I'm like you, but I have like mine like maybe an inch or 2 inches off the lake floor, and I've used a 2 split shots. Split
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to hold it off.
Yeah, I
You
started.
guys use rig buddy?
No, I
I,
never used
I,
this thing.
I did, and I had a problem with long distance casting ripping it off, so I just switched back to split shots.
Yeah, I don't like the silver of the split shot, so I started putting mine in a little container of mud
Yeah.
and just getting them all gross and
Yeah.
dirty.
That's
And
smart.
yeah,
I'm actually gonna get some. I'm gonna try some stones.
There you
Try
go. Did
those
you
set
get
of rigs.
the bands, the reusable bands? To where you
No,
can use
these
them?
are actually really nicely made. They're from
That's the
it's
one you were
called
talking
Power
about.
Tracks, I think. They make really nice inline and
Yeah.
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 You
I
can soak
know-
those in flavor. They're porous and they'll absorb it.
I think I'm gonna get a couple of those and see how it goes.
Yeah, let me know because I've been looking at them, so I was very
But
interested.
they're like, if you watch the company and how they explain it, it's more of like an edge to your fishing game. They kind of want something like how the feeder and the competition style.
Yeah.
Like having something more consistent. So I mean, you can think of it as a rock, but it's not really a rock.
Sales 101.
Yeah. My only I don't know, not complaint because I haven't used it. The only thing that I look out for and why I haven't got them is I'm just kind of worried about the carp, honing in on the weight and just kind of picking up the weight. Yeah. I mean, I do use pack.
I don't like the size
A
difference.
little more pace. But I think if you're not, you can't fish pack at a crazy far range.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, it depends how you make it. To say
Yeah.
the least.
I was gonna say sometimes we make it to where we can throw it pretty dang far, but also
Yeah.
you got to think.
It really depends how you make it.
Yeah, you got to think it takes it longer to break down in the water, so it just depends on what you want. Also, a bait boat really helps with that.
For sure. definitely getting a hold of one of the West Coast bait boats come September, so watch out for videos on that.
Nice. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get the sidekick with the bait spreader.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm really
Jason
excited.
doesn't even like my pack bait sometimes because he says it's so red, or like I put a lot of flavoring in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to keep it traditional, but I fight the fish and I bring down my feeder with the pack bait style, and he's like, how is that possible?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I definitely, I don't know. I've been experimenting with my pack bait, and you know, like he said, he doesn't like the red. I've been trying out.
If you ever fish like a place, like a park or something small, just throw some pack bait like right on the bank, and you'll just see what shows up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We had a confidence lake that we did. It was called Memorial. They just drained it to repair it for some reason. But you could drop in 2 or 3 pieces of corn right there on the bank, or I did liquid corn where I pureed it and just dump it in just to watch the stock of the lake, just to see what was in there.
Do you do you have tournaments around your area? Carp tournaments?
Nope, there is 0 stuffed carp related here.
Okay.
Man.
Just killing the carp with the boat.
Okay. So so you order a lot of your stuff online? You don't have like bait shops or anything that carries carp products or anything
No,
like that? No.
That's what we're blessed.
Just grocery
Yeah.
stores, basically.
yeah,
Grocery
it's
stores
crazy.
and hardware.
In Europe, it's like you can literally wake up in Europe, walk 5 minutes down your street, and the bait shop's right there. You can just take what you need. They even have vending machines out at night so you can buy your stuff. All the stores closed.
Well, Chris is doing that.
Yeah, that's
At the
Chris
barber
at the
shop.
barber shop.
You've got a couple, I think, don't you?
Yeah, he's got 2.
That's awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing
I just have to do it myself.
Might be working there on the weekends.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna travel there? Don't we? Man, that's gonna mess up the fishing time, isn't it?
Just occasionally stop in and
He
just
said
hang
just
out.
occasional.
Right.
I'll stop by.
Are you guys going to do the fishing soon?
Working on a new spot actually. Trying to do a little promotion for the barber shop actually.
Where's how far you live from there?
Like 10 minutes.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
So there was a lake close to there.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason he put the barber shop there. I'm trying to get. I already bought the pass for the lake. I've been
Yeah.
feeding it, and I got some pictures to show you after this. It looks promising.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah, he's telling me all kinds of stories about that place. So I got a bait order. Maybe next time I'm gonna get down and give you the bait and you take it to him or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like 10 minutes away from you. That's cool.
Yeah, it's on the way home.
Do you ever use any naturals? Like any night crawlers or anything? Any maggots? Anything to top your...
No, I mean I've caught like in Europe, but not over here. I have like fake maggots here.
Yeah.
I haven't tried them yet, but
We like the maggot rig when it gets cold out.
Yeah, I found out.
You guys use maggots?
Oh yeah.
I did this winter, yeah. I started
We
tying
started
up a maggot rig. And...
I'd buy 5,000 counts.
Maggots.
Yeah.
you guys caught fish with them?
Oh yeah. I found, I was fishing a maggot rig next
Have you guys caught like
to...
have you guys caught catfish with them?
No, I didn't catch a single catfish. I was fishing a maggot rig next to a non-maggot rig, and the maggot rig was going off every time.
Really?
I switched to a maggot rig.
Yep.
27
You
fish.
Okay,
probably buy maggots a lot.
Do you guys make do your own maggots, or do you guys
No,
buy
like
it?
I told you. So in the winter, it's really easy to find them. They're called spikes.
Yeah.
Okay, spikes.
That's what everybody uses for ice fishing.
Oh, is it? They turn the maggots?
Yeah.
I'd be damned. I didn't know that.
So you can, that's what I'm saying. You can go to a bait shop around here and get a 5,000, 10,000 count of maggots for like 20, 30 bucks.
Spikes.
Spikes, yeah.
Spikes.
Okay. I mean, because I fish,
And
I fish all the time.
How you doing, Colin? Nice to see you.
I didn't know, that was-
We throw them in our pack mix. And
Packs, fun.
Do you guys ever sometimes go to like a feed store and get like a whole bag of mealyworms?
I don't
No,
know, yeah.
but
I don't like mealworms. I don't.
Mealworms, sorry. Mealworms. No?
you don't like them?
No.
No.
They
I mean, I've seen it, I just never tried
They're
it.
not even alive, so
Right.
Oh, really?
I don't. They don't even look that appetizing. I feel like the maggot's better.
Yeah.
The live maggot.
Yeah.
The only reason that I would want the mealy worms is because they have that little outer shell, so
Have you used them for carp?
they would give off a crunch. No, I'm just kind of brainstorming right now.
Yeah.
He's got me thinking.
Because, you know, I go like to Walmart. And
Maybe if you do a
worms,
crazy combination.
Right.
and I got this big bag of mealworms.
Mm-hmm.
And it always made me wonder, you know, I mean, I know there's dead.
I know they use super worms for catfish a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd get a lot of catfish with.
But I just never thought about it. It's interesting.
Have you guys used worms?
Not worms, but I've used, like we were saying, spikes. They're used for ice fishing.
Use bee moth too.
I use, yeah, bee moth. I like bee moth.
I had a buddy, matter of fact, it's one of my teammates, Ricky Massey.
Shout out Ricky.
Yep, he was uncle. Held the record for the biggest common carp in Del Hollow for a while. That was known to caught.
Really?
Man, don't quote me. I think that it was like 46 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And he caught it off a boilie and a nightcrawler together. You know,
Sounds
and
awesome.
I think that little, just a little bit of wiggle
yeah,
that it gives off, the carp just kind of, they gravitate towards that little bit of movement.
You guys know like silkworms or bloodworms? How they're in the silk?
Yeah, I've used silkworm before. More of the concentrate paste and stuff that you can buy commercially.
I have a liquid from Europe.
Yeah, I used the same one. You probably got it from the guy on Facebook, didn't you?
No, this is from Romania.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Oh, yeah, I've been talking to the guy on
I
Facebook.
got a care package of baits straight from Romania. So.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Have some boilies with, I think, pineapple and honey. Or like the two colors.
Ooh.
I like honey. Honey is one of the ones that I've started using lately.
Colin
What do you guys
did.
think about prunes or prune flavor?
I've never used. We used
We
plum.
use plum.
Yeah.
Shout out Carrie
I
Wright.
have
for
some
putting me on
prune
the
and
plum.
crab boilies.
Colin says, look up the maggot farm on YouTube, made out of shop vac.
They're pretty easy. You can literally put like a piece of fillet of fish in a box and just grow maggots.
Yeah. The only issue with having them grown on flesh is that they're gonna stink.
Oh.
They're gonna
So that's the
stink
best
real
part.
bad.
You just wash it
Well-
with some meal and some cornmeal or sawdust.
I've seen some videos too where Europeans
Also,
took,
cornmeal is really good too.
right,
Yeah.
where they took a dead something dead or whatever, and they had maggots. Then they picked through all the maggots, and then they put dye into the maggots.
Mhm.
You know, let the maggots are actually eating the dye,
Yeah.
and
In
they
Romania, they use a lot of cornmeal, just
Yeah.
like really simple. They just boil cornmeal with sugar and flour,
right.
and they just catch a bunch of carp. But they use a lot of like the feeders with the wires.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they
cage
boil
feeder.
the cornmeal to where it's really tough, and it just sits on there for a long time, and just fish. It's just like the smell and the sugar. Really simple, but really effective.
I had that thought.
Also, we would just like make cornmeal and cut them into cubes. Those are pretty nice.
I had the idea to add a lot of sugar in. Sugar is one of the most addictive substances out
Do
there.
you believe that salt or sugar is, which one would you think for carp fishing, salt or sugar to be more effective?
Sugar.
Sugar?
I've used
No, sorry, salt.
Salt?
Salt.
Now, would you think that for
It's one of the
different
hardest things
seasons?
that they can find in freshwater.
Kosher salt?
Stuff, salty stuff.
No, it doesn't matter what kind of salt, as long as it's not iodized.
Okay.
A lot of iodine.
I use
is
pink
bad.
salt right now. I use some sea salt as well.
Use that
I
salt.
didn't know iodized salt was bad. That's why I've been throwing it in my pack.
A lot of iodine salt is bad.
Huh.
That's why a lot of the pale lakes are.
Do you guys ever use bath salt?
No.
No.
Huh. No, but it's got a lot of minerals in it.
I might as well just start throwing crack cocaine in it. You know, just get them hooked on drugs.
I might.
Yeah.
They'll fight pretty good.
It'd be like that Hank Hill episode where they end up
Yeah.
being all shriveled up and tiny.
We'll catch the same fish 6 times in a row.
Oh, wow. Jeez. What do you like to do for fun, Eli? Besides carp fishing?
Fish?
Fish? Good.
Nah, yeah. I work a lot, but I go shooting sometimes.
Yeah?
I'm just fishing is literally been everything I do,
Okay.
Yeah.
honestly.
What do you do for work?
Wood flooring.
Nice.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's a tell you the truth, that's a tough job being on your knees all the time, doing that stuff.
Yeah, the carp gotta eat good too, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Sure that.
that's what it's
Like,
about, man.
when you guys fish big lakes, do you do like a lot of boat traffic?
Yes, Lake Lemon's bad.
So did you say do I like the boat traffic or do we get the boat traffic?
Do you get a lot of traffic? How are the bites?
Yeah,
I like the boat traffic.
Do you?
Right? It's just crazy, dude.
Every time it stirs up, I think it
Every
stirs
time
up
a big
the,
pontoon comes by, I'm like, you know, I'm waiting for it.
You know, of me, I don't really mind it, the boat traffic. There's a lot of carp anglers that don't like it. They think it's always messing things up. To me, I don't really get too.
so I have a theory behind it.
Yeah, you think it's stirring up stuff? a little?
Yeah.
So think about how much hatch is on top. All the little larvae, all the little nymphs and stuff that's up there.
Yeah.
All the stuff they're feeding on all
Oh,
the time.
so they're
It's getting
squirting
churned
around.
up and knocked
especially
under.
that's why I like the kayakers. There's a spot that we fish. We get a bunch of kayakers, and they're always just paddling
Stirring up
through
the water
every
a little
time.
bit.
every single time.
Every time.
And
the kayak
especially
goes by.
if there's kayakers.
They're
If I see them
really
coming
fun.
through, I'll throw a spot out right in front of them. I'll be like, "Hold on, let me throw this out and come through," and then they'll just churn it all up for us.
It normally produces very well.
We had last session when that kid picked up one of our rods. He actually picked it up right in front of a lady on a kayak. And we were like, "Hold on, we got a fish, please stop," because she didn't see the line. She's about to run into it. He's about to flip her over.
Yeah, that's how the rivers here, like, it's just full of people on floats and kayaks. You really can't even, like, they're just always constantly over your rig.
Yeah,
You really can't even fish the river in the summer. It's ridiculous. You
normally
don't have that much water anyways.
I used to hate, all the water, all the movement in the water, but ever since I saw Austin go swim with a bucket of food and then I caught my 35-pound mirror right after that, I could really care less what's
Less
in the
than
water.
20 minutes
Less than 20
after I
minutes
got out
later.
of the water swimming, putting food in.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was fighting the fish and he got off the hook, and I swear I caught him again because he had a fresh hook mark in his lip. Like, he came back and ate the bait.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
I mean, there's been times we've caught the same fish within a week of each other.
Yeah. Or like, have they ever taken it on the drop?
I've had one. Like,
I don't know.
I
how
was
they
setting
do
it,
It's just crazy.
setting it in the pod and it's already running. I'm like, did I get a ledge? Is there like a really deep hole? Oh God, there's one on.
I caught a grass carp like that one time. As soon as my bait was dropping, and then I turned to say to Molly, "Okay, now watch this, make sure it doesn't go off," and then it just jerked me.
Who's your biggest mentor in carp fishing?
I don't know, to be
You don't
honest. Everybody.
Everybody?
Everything I can
Gotcha.
see and learn and understand.
Right.
That's a great attitude to have.
Yeah.
I'm an Alan Blair man. So
If I could, yeah, me too. If I could give you some advice that Kenny Mack gave me when I first started is listen to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has something good to say, and take the little bits that you could use to your own angling. Never, never
you
think
seen-
that somebody can't
Have you
teach you
seen
something.
the Alan Blair film, La Gomera?
Yeah,
That thing is crazy.
yeah, man. Alan Blair,
That thing is crazy.
he's pretty much the reason that I'm out here going crazy and giving it my best shot is because I figure if he can run around all those ponds and be a crazy guy, then so can I. So.
Yeah, life's just easy, man.
That's funny.
I mean, also going out for carp is like, you're fighting Mother Nature and all these other things, so.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Dale Hollow is that's a beast of a lake. It will kill you if you're not careful.
Yeah, I mean, I was sleeping in 2 inches of water.
Did you really sleep though?
Yeah. No, I guess I didn't sleep. I guess I was laying in 2 inches of water for 4 hours.
Every 2 hours, nonstop for 3 days.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like Dale Hall is like a Mother Nature out in the menopause.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll get you. She'll give you heat exhaustion and then flood you.
Or cold, real fast. Or storm.
Yeah, we
high
dealt
winds.
with cold our first 2 trips. It was freezing.
It's so hot here, like, it's not even wet sitting at the shade, it's the same temperature.
Man.
It's brutal.
We're gonna have to get you out here.
Like if your like leg sits in the sun a little bit, it gets out of the shade, like it's cooked, half of it's cooked already.
Ooh, I would not do good out there. I'm Irish. I would look like I'd be as red as my shirt.
I'd be fine.
I'd be destroyed.
Well, Eli and brother, I think we're coming pretty much closer to the end of the show.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any?
Yeah, man, Kenny Mac, shout out to Team Fish Fighters,
Yeah,
Bottom Baits,
appreciate you.
and I follow over there at New York, killing the game. Proline Baits, they got really good stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys use them.
Yeah,
Bait
yeah.
for a lot.
Just shout out to everybody, man, in the carp journey. Like, this is the best part, right?
I like
Yeah, that's-
We are the pioneers, man.
We are.
That's what I
We're
think.
all the pioneers.
My,
We're the first generation.
I need to see more fish from you guys. That's what I need to see.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. I need to catch more fish.
Tell you what, get on YouTube. Just start looking at
I
the
can't
shorts.
believe you cut your freaking barbells off, man. Like,
Oh yeah, well, I know. It's like
the carp master's gone now.
I was having a.
You're the old carp.
I know. It's I was having I think I was having a midlife crisis thing going on. Like, I'm shopping this stuff.
You're looking a little young, huh?
Yeah, it happens. Might grow back out one more time. I think
Yeah, Tommy, he's always gone. It looks like he's always on vacation now. Basically.
Yeah.
At
So.
least if he was fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but well, brother, man. Again, it's always a pleasure. I still owe you a pad bait. I just need to get it out there to you.
I'm waiting, man. I love it. I love it. I'm waiting.
Oh, I appreciate that. I like that. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. What do you?
See what other baits you got going on in the shop.
I mean, which one? The one you used the tournament blend, didn't you?
The which one?
Which one did I get? Which one was the first one I sent you?
The carp cocaine?
Carp cocaine. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to have?
I'm not. What do you have?
Well, I got the tournament blend, carp crack, hog chow, and wild oats.
I like tournament one.
Wild oats.
Wild
oats. Now it's got some fish food in it. It might also attract catfish too a lot, but that's up to you.
Just give me the tournament one.
Tournament blend.
Ooh, there you go.
Hey, heads up, it takes more water than you think it does.
Yeah.
It's good.
But add just a little bit at a time.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I always say. Add a little bit
Tiny
each
bit
time.
at a time.
And then let the stuff soak in a lot.
Yeah.
And then you stir it up, wait it maybe about 3 or 5 minutes again, and try just do it again.
Yeah.
I started adding actually some of the flavored panko
Yeah.
and adding it to the
I mean, I
tournament
used all
blend.
that. I put a little bit of the carp cocaine in my pack, but I mostly made the bait balls out of them.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Yeah, that gives out that good white cloud down into the lake floor.
Here's
Oh,
something
yeah, I mean, I
for
was
you.
using them like 2 minutes after I threw them out there. I literally got a bite, so that was.
Yeah.
Woo!
Here's something for you for a cloud mix in your spot. You said you were catching fish and then you were having a lull period. So what we do is we reward
I
every.
think that's just the spot.
No, I guarantee you, you're gonna change it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So what you need to do is you need to get you a cloud mix made up. Go get you some meat bird crumb or sweet feed pellet. Soak it in water the night before to where it becomes almost like a paste. Okay.
Nice.
Then you're gonna you're gonna do your bait balls like normal to get your mass food out there. Get them started feeding. Every time you catch, put 3 of the cloud mixes right on top of where you're casting to, and just every time you catch one, reward the fish.
Yes, dog. I just wish I had all that time, man. Maybe soon.
Dude, you're talking to a dude that works 84 hours. Listen, I work 84 plus hours a week. You can make the time.
Yeah, but you work at home, dog.
No, I don't. I travel over the state of Indiana.
Yeah, doing fishing stuff. Why
No.
would you do that?
No. I'm an inspector for a pest control company.
Fishing related businesses.
No.
I wish, brother.
We wish. No, we all have normal jobs except for Daniel. But no, I work 86 hours plus. I'm spending.
You gonna do 86 hours on your stuff, then go work at a bait shop?
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
What?
This dude's crazy, man.
What?
Respect the grind. No, we're
I understand.
12 to
If
14
you keep
hours.
talking like that, I might just go out to the lake this weekend, but it's gonna be a tough one.
You got to.
Yeah.
Trust me, you know how hard it was for me to drag myself out at 7 o'clock on Friday to go put bait in at this spot?
Yeah, 3 hours in the car, like 170 miles.
Yeah, especially in that heat. I don't blame
You
you.
know, with Eli too, man, it's like sometimes heat does wear you down a lot. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Like I really have to wake up extra early just to even meet the heat, but like
5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
I can't even make it on time.
Yeah, and me, I mean, the heat would definitely destroy me. I'm smaller, so it zaps me.
I know there's fish there just sitting, but I fished this one spot with Jace by a massive, massive bridge and docks, and the fish were just sitting right there. Like they would always get food from the restaurant, and they would always run right under the dock, and it was just crazy action. Like Jace was pulling in crazy. Like I was on the other side catching a couple. He was like catching like 10, 12. But like you really had to keep them in. Like they went around the bridge, it was done.
Wow.
It was just crazy. Like it was such a tight spot. Like you could barely get 2 rod in.
Seems about like the river.
Yeah.
Well, let's just have one rod run off. Well, you get to the point where we
And
just
it's even,
trade
it was like a 10, 12 foot drop almost.
Ooh.
So like you had to go all the way down with the net to get the fish. Pretty sketchy, but.
Have you thought of putting, once you get them in there, have you thought of building like a line of bait to try and scare them from going out?
It's really hard where I fish because I'm really close to the beach and like people, so I don't think they come in that far.
Yeah.
So I kind of have like a really tight area where they mostly eat. Like if you cast a little to the right, they're not eating, because it's too close to the shore.
Right, yeah, I mean, there's definitely...
If you go a couple feet out, they're on it.
Yeah, it's almost like
Have you
that
guys ever
same
used
line.
coffee?
Coffee? Oh
Coffee? No, I haven't. I've been
Oh, I
thinking
haven't
about
either.
coffee.
Well, we would make some balls of
Caffeinated
coffee. We just call them grenades.
Caffeinated.
Just throw them out there.
I make all my coffee grounds. If I'm gonna make a coffee bait.
Speaking of coffee, have you used chocolate? I've seen a couple people lately here using a couple of
Sweet.
chocolates.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well. All right, Eli. Man, it's always a pleasure talking to you. I know we text a lot back and forth all the time with each other. Here and here.
You're in the Discord server now, so
Yeah.
feel free to just message about. We're trying to grow that a little
Hopefully
bit.
some pictures of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get it more active, trying to get, the whole community a little bit more active and trying to get people going. But
I'll probably drop some fish pictures in there.
right on, man. Yeah, that's what we love to see. Just people getting in there, showing what they're doing. Like you said, everybody's new and we're pioneers of this thing, so let's try to get it going. Let's try to spread awareness. And it was really good talking to you, man. Even though, like you said, you only started 6 months ago, but it seems like you're listening to things that people have to say, and it seems like you're picking the right stuff up, and you're going down the right path of it. So
Yeah, I don't like to say it, but I caught a good amount of fish. I mean, I've had other people go to my spots and they haven't caught anything, so.
yeah, trust me.
It's probably the day, I don't know, it's probably the time,
Nah, it's
Yeah.
all about execution.
Just I would say just enjoy the journey that you're on and keep up with it, see where it takes you, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I need you guys to send me some of that bait over here, a couple pounds.
I did.
Yeah, you're telling me I need to get some of that bait.
All right. All right. Thank you, Leah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Hey,
Eli.
like I said, for 6 months, he's got it.
Actually, I
Yeah.
thought he was fishing over there.
I did too. I
didn't know
on
it was 6
Facebook.
months.
Yeah,
Tells you what a good mentor can be.
yeah. I mean, yeah, especially.
I'm a little shocked about that part. I didn't know it was. I thought he was fishing
Years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Years. I did not know that. Okay, well that's cool.
He
Good
seems
for him.
like, it seems like he's
Pretty
one of
good.
those people, that just
Yeah.
kind of makes it his whole thing that he wants to do and just surrounds himself.
So that
with
there again shows us, that we're not just choosing, expert carp anglers. We're, want to talk to
anybody that's in the
beginners
carp
too.
angler, yeah.
This is because everybody's got a different story to tell, and different tips and tricks that might, be good for them too. So That's why we're called Carp Talk. So, well, yeah. Shout out to our these sponsors and supporters here. You know, Carp Command, Bottom Feeder Baits, the Ultimate Bait Boats,
Yeah.
Carp Anglers, Big Money Beepers, USA Carp Guide Services,
Yep. Shout out USA Carp Guide.
American Banks.
American
Shout out
Banx.
American Banks, Team Fish Fighters. Yeah. Shout out to Adams Outdoors over there in Beech Grove. You
Yeah.
know, they got a whole bunch of stuff. They
Barber
always
shop,
help me
Bobber
out.
Shop and Hog Sauce.
Shout out to the Barber Shop and Hog Sauce.
Sauce. Yeah.
Big Daddy Tackle. That's one of our
There you
new
go.
ones we just
Upcoming
got.
Big Daddy
Big
Tackle.
Carp? I'd like to know more about that.
Go ahead, look them up. Yeah.
Are they from Indiana?
Yeah, they're local.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be nice. Local Indiana guy.
Well, guys, you got it done.
Seems like a good show.
I'll use good carp gear, and then, later, guys.
I'll see you later. Have a good night.